Episode 88. We've made it 88 episodes.
That's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. I get all my lore from falloutofphantom.com. We're going to do it on my favorite companion of all time. Originally, I was going to put this together with last week's of 87, and then I realized, no, you fucking idiot, you public school grad. Just make it, just make another episode so you get another episode.
You get to double dip.
Yeah. He's one of the original residents. Fawks is one of the original. He's a. Say it with me now. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
A thick ass boy. There's going to be a link to that video I made that's on the channel. One of the original residents of Vault 87. His real name could have been Shelton. It's French. Delacroix.
Delacroix, probably.
Delacroix.
Yeah.
He was a vault security officer. Not long after moving into 87, the overseer and security guards began experimenting with FEV. All of 87's residents were either turned into mutants, centaurs, or killed, which if you've heard last episode, you know. Mm-hmm. It wasn't long before the super mutants started to take over DC, and despite being affected with FEV, most of Fawks' mind was unaltered. Even though he forgot his past, he still has a sense of morality and has intelligence. This is something I love, he refers to other super mutants as metahumans.
Metahumans?
Yeah, because they're supposed to be stronger, better, faster, in every
capacity. All those Daft Punk things.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring my seat up a little bit.
Ironically, they kept him locked away because of the other super mutants kept him locked away because of his intelligence. When he meets the Lone Wanderer, he states that he's been in a cage all of his life. He used the terminal linked to the 87 mainframe to keep from going insane, and he used this to gain a plethora of knowledge. So there was a ton of information on that terminal that he would research and read for over a century, for 2 centuries.
So he basically just got good over time.
Yeah, he was like, if I'm going to be in this cell, I'm going to have to learn everything, what's here, because it's the only thing to keep me from going absolutely insane.
Big ol' bonkers.
He's kept in isolation chamber number 5. His fellow mutants failed to realize that the room had this working terminal. And like I said before, it's what he would use to research things upon the old world. Because think about it, 87 would have had access to books and literature from the old world, from the before, and if he had access to that, he could learn the history of the world 10 times over.
So he could very well be the smartest super mutant on the East.
On the East, yes. I think the smartest being in the entire series is Marcus.
He's the one in Jacobstown, right?
Yeah.
That's who I was gonna guess.
I think he's the smartest, in the
Dog and
series.
God is pretty smart too.
Yes. Well, he's a what do you call it? He's oh my God, help me. He's part of the Master's army. He's part of the Master's Nightkin, and
yes,
they were
Nightkin.
elite soldiers.
Yeah.
There was a book called The Gunpowder Plot that was Fawks' favorite. It was a story about trying to assassinate King James I by blowing up the House of Lords, which, I don't know, I've never seen V for Vendetta, but, apparently that story is based on this story. I don't know anything about it, but Guy Fawkes was one of the members of this rebellious party, and he named himself after that because he forgot his name long ago. Now, Fawks is one of only 2 humanized super mutants in DC, Uncle Leo being the other one.
Uncle Leo, yeah.
He's a unique encounter, and for as many hours as I've played Fallout 3, I've never once met him.
I know about Uncle Leo. I think I've seen it in a playthrough, but I've never experienced Uncle Leo for myself.
Yeah, that and the Fire Lance I've never seen.
You've never seen the Fire Lance?
I've never found it. The
Fire Lance is the shit.
It is. I know. It's one of the best weapons in the game. I just never found it. It never spawned, and it probably spawned once, but, it flies in off of a missile from a UFO, crashes, and then explodes somewhere. Mm-hmm. So, it probably happened and I didn't realize it, or, when I put the controller down for a second and just wasn't paying attention.
Right. It's out there somewhere.
Yeah, probably. Fawks believes he has a deep knowledge of 87 because of his status before his transformation into a mutant. He wears the tattered remains of a 87 jumpsuit, and Fawks will help you retrieve the Gek if need be. Now, Fawks is one of my favorite companions because he shows a humanity to... He shows what the super mutants could have been, what the FEV, in a sense, could have been if it wasn't rushed, if it wasn't these failed experiments. Same thing with, like, Horrigan. If Horrigan wasn't a fucking nut job, like, look at Marcus, who's over 100 and change years old. He was an intelligent he was an intelligent super mutant, and his best friend was a Brotherhood paladin that left the Order, and they kind of got along in a way, and they could reason and they could talk about why the Master's Unity had problems and where it had things that could have been good, and they could talk about the Brotherhood's ideology and this and that. So to see that it could have worked in some manner is awesome, and to see it in Fawks, I
also
love.
A little bit tragic.
Yeah. Because,
to see what could have been.
Sorry?
To see, like, what could have been.
Yeah. Because you're kind of at that, like, door of evolution. Like, that could have been that next step, and it was just like, nope. Like, we were right there. We could have made ourselves better in some manner. Which also makes me ask the question, is there such a thing as a biological cyborg?
Biological cyborg?
Like, I know cyborg isn't the right word, because cyborg implies that you're upgraded with machinery and technology. But if you're biologically given, like, the forced evolutionary virus, right? And then you become bigger, better, stronger, faster, does that make you some sort of a, like, not a cyborg, but or is it just augmented human?
I'd say augmented human, probably.
Do you know what I mean? Like a bio, a cyborg, like
a mutant.
No, I don't know. I'm looking for a word that I don't know yet. Let me find this thing. So one of the big things that I don't understand why this happened is, here's some cut content from the game. You were supposed to find these holotapes that were Shelton Delacroix. You're gonna hear the holotapes. There's, I think, 5 of them total, but only 4 of them exist. I think maybe all 5 do. I'm not sure. I'm gonna read them for you. Let me just read all 5 down the row, and then we can talk about them.
Do they have audio files?
There's audio files, yes, but I'll put them in the video.
Cool.
Like the video audio format, they'll be there, but for you, just so it's easier for me to edit, let me just run through them quick.
Right.
A series of unused holotapes that were meant to be found in 87 shed possible light on the identity of Fawks.
But let me start at the beginning. My name is Shelton Delacroix, and I'm a security officer here in Vault 87. I'm assigned to the laboratory level, which sure beats babysitting the reactor room. Sykes and Kostler dragged some unconscious guy from the dorms into the labs. I tried to ask what was going on, but they just glared at me. After they left, I snuck into the containment room and I almost threw up. I don't even know how to describe it. It looked sort of human, but it was deformed. I could see some of its organs on the surface of its body like they were trying to push through. What the hell am I supposed to do now? America and his team are obviously experimenting on people. Someone's got to put a stop to it. But how? There's nowhere to go and no one to tell. Shit, what am I gonna... Oh my god. They're coming. Tell my wife in Dorm E that I love her.
Stupid machine! How you work this thing? This thing is stupid! Smash it!
Like, straight up, it just gets smashed.
Like, yeah, that's the final 5th one. That's Fawks.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Why wouldn't they leave that in the game?
I don't know. There's another note here. It says, as it's important to note, although Fawks shares the same voice actors of all the Capital Wasteland super mutant, he is explicitly defined within the game's dialogue files as being the speaker in the final recording. Oh, wow. Although there is nothing left to document why these recordings were not included in the final version of the game, Fawks's demonstrated intelligence does not appear to be present in the 5th holotape recording. This is consonant with his statement that he had to work Yeah, he had to work to become as intelligent and well-spoken as he did. So maybe they thought it would be confusing that why is he dumb here, and then he's smart when you
Right.
meet him. But still, I think that like
Yeah.
He's also voiced by Wes Johnson.
Which is pretty freaking good.
Yeah, and recently the guys from Chad, I think it's their like Robot News Network guys. They had like a meeting type of podcast where it's like all of them on the same network, and they got to interview Wes. And there's a video, I retweeted it, and he does every voice he's done from Elder Scrolls games.
Oh, really?
Or not Elder
That's
Scrolls,
so cool.
Bethesda games. So he starts off as like a Protectron, and then he moves over to like Lucian LeChance, and then he's doing Shigarath? Or how do you say it? Is it Shigarath or Shiogorath?
I like saying Shigarath.
Alright, drink water.
It kind of rolls off the tongue better.
Yeah.
Drink water.
And
drink
then,
water,
like, I'm
drink
sitting there,
water,
and I'm, like,
bitch.
getting closer to my phone as I'm watching it, and getting closer and closer, and he starts doing Mr. Burke, and I'm like, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And he does Fawks, and I'm in my kitchen fucking dancing around. I'm like, he fucking did Fawks! He did Fawks! He didn't say the line. But,
Like the something troubling you, my friend.
yeah.
You can do it way better.
Do you want me to try?
I would love for you to try.
Let me see if I can still do it.
Something troubling you, my friend? Something troubling you, my friend?
Oh, it's so very good.
Thank you. I've listened to him say that so many times. When we first started playing Fallout D&D, that was why I was originally going to be a super mutant, just because I wanted to yell.
Yeah.
So yeah, Wes does it. Go first off, if you're not already watching Chad, go watch or listen to Chad. Go listen to Chad.
Chad freaking rocks.
Yeah, Pete Hines is like a canonical character in their universe. But
Which is fucking... That's crazy. to
yeah,
me.
yeah. Their shit is awesome. Wes Johnson, he's the like announcer for the Washington Capitals in DC for the hockey team.
Really?
Yeah, I follow him, and I follow him on Twitter. He'll put a video up of like him recording, like him announcing the game. He's been in a bunch of shit, and he lost like 200 pounds. He's the fucking man. His picture on
Damn.
Twitter is him in like a red suit holding the Wabbajack.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah. So he's used in Fawks, going back to Fawks, he's used in a couple different quests. In Finding the Garden of Eden, he's used to get the Gek for you. And the American Dream, when you leave Raven Rock, he's outside of Raven Rock, just fucking mowing them down. He's also he can also be used in Take It Back. And when they put Broken Steel in, you can use Fawks to go get you. You could put him in the Purifier and punch in the code, where you couldn't do it beforehand, and if you wanted to do it beforehand, he would say to you something about having your own destiny that you have to take care of.
I did that. I got the Game of the Year edition. In my first playthrough, put Fawks in there.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, because of him being a super mutant, he can only use so many weapons. There's actually like a lot of them, but he can't use pistols. He can use an assault rifle, Chinese assault rifle, a Gatling laser. He has his own unique Gatling laser. He has a frag grenade. He can use frag grenades, hunting rifles, miniguns, missile launchers, nail boards, plasma grenades, sledgehammers. He has his own sledgehammer and his own special super sledge. And
Yeah, his super sledge is unique.
yeah,
I
and you
knew
can
that.
only get it when you're in 87, and he's your companion for that short amount of time. If you don't get it, then you can never get it. Just reading something. So I have some notes
Okay.
again, other shit that I didn't want to write down because it's kind of weird. So I'm just going off my phone. By
go ahead.
activating the terminal by the door of Fawkes' room in 87 and using the identify specimen function, it will be discovered that the cell's inhabitants was called specimen D624. A different terminal in the room close to Fawkes' cell contains data on 5 specimens, stating that D624 was female. However, Fawkes is not specimen D624, as the terminal also states that the specimen was terminated.
Wait, can you say that again?
The whole thing
Just the last bit.
states that D624 was female. However, Fawkes is not specimen D624, as the terminal also states that the specimen was terminated.
Okay.
Why?
So wait, there could have been another Fawkes, is what you're saying?
No, I think what it's saying is that they were experimenting on people, and the denomination or the name that was given to this experiment was D624, but that's not Fawkes. It's just another experiment. So it could have been just someone who, like, they gave FEV and their brain grew 6 times too big and their feet...
Like the Grinch?
Yeah, the Grinch, but, like, with cancer. When he moves to Underworld, if you don't take him into your party, he's considered a resident, and as he will become hostile if the player character attacks or kills any of the ghouls or the residents of the town that town or anything near it, and he will forgive you after 72 in-game hours.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
In New Vegas, Fawks remains in the game files. However, his 87 jumpsuit, his Vault 87 jumpsuit, doesn't have a texture. This is really cool. If Fawks is provoked and then spoken to, he will say, "It saddens me that it has come to this. Farewell, my friend," and then attack you. How noble.
Oh, that's a stab in the heart.
Yeah. If the player character frees Fawks, but sorry?
He's such a good companion.
He's my favorite companion. I actually
He's so cool.
I'm gonna read my Reddit post that I made when I made the thick Fawks meme because I want to because I remember spending a lot of time making it because I wanted to articulate how I felt about Fawks, in a joking way. If the player character frees Fawks but retrieves the Gek by themselves, Fawks will comment how foolish they were for risking their life. So Fawks is like, "You're an idiot. You shouldn't have done that. You should have waited."
Yeah.
Contrary to a comment about Fawks' gender made by his voice actor, lead designer Emil Pagli, I can never say this man's name, has confirmed no, Fawks was absolutely male. This was a mistake. Wes gave an interview and he was mistaken. Trust me, Fawks is and was male. So that just, I think, when I hear that, makes it sound like this Shelton French last name
That
holotapes.
has to be right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they were like, no, we wanted this, but we had to take it out.
Right.
Much of the random dialogue from Fawks as he wanders around can be heard as simple wasteland survival advice. However, there is also a reference to Zen philosophy, examples being be aware of the present moment, and there is safety in mindfulness. Fawks' battle cry, "Wake up, time to die," mirrors a quote from Leon to Deckard in the film Blade Runner.
Wow.
I've never seen Blade
I didn't
Runner.
even know that.
Have you seen Blade Runner? Are you a Blade Runner guy?
Yeah.
Really?
I like Blade Runner. I mean, I'm not like a super big fan or anything, but I saw Blade Runner, I saw the new Blade Runner, but I never even recognized that.
I never saw it.
No, it's so fucking cool.
So, okay, in Alan Moore's V for Vendetta, the protagonist V is also locked in cell number 5 and wears the iconic Guy Fawkes mask.
Mm-hmm.
And V being 5.
Mm-hmm.
Ha.
Ha.
I don't know why the Mandark laugh is like so embedded into who I am.
I don't know why it is either.
Every once in a while, I'm like, ha. So that's let me find the Reddit post of my favorite thick ass boy. Is there anything you want to say about him?
That's a thick ass boy. No, Fawkes is probably my second favorite companion.
Behind
Dog Meat, but I'm not sure if that counts.
I'll give it to you.
I just I like traveling with Fawkes. He's definitely a really fun companion to be with. Mostly because he's like the antithesis of what super mutants are presented to be in the game. So it's just like a really he's just like very bright and vibrant character, and I think they really did a good job with making him a part of the game.
I love him.
I love him very dearly.
I posted on Reddit. It says, "I loved meeting an East Coast super mutant that was intelligent as some of the West Coast mutants. I loved hearing his story of how the stupid muties would pick on him because of his intellect. I love how he sees the duality of man's lust for war to conquer matched with his insatiable appetite for knowledge. I loved how thick he is. Hell, I still do." That's my favorite young man. I mean, old young man. He's a fucking stand-up. He's a Boy Scout. But, not in, I have to be in bed by 9 type of Boy Scout. He's a Boy Scout in the sense of, just do what's right.
You want to set hand sanitizer on fire? Like that kind?
Not now. There's a shortage.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
But, yeah, he's... I like him a lot. He's someone that, maybe because of just the themes of the game, when I found him, he was so isolated that I was like, 1, he's a super mutant, that's awesome. 2, I kind of get it. Like, that's why I like Dogmeat so much, is because, like, his owner died, he's alone, he's fighting people off, he doesn't understand the world, and you're like, come on, boy, let's go. And
Yeah.
because of just a boy and his dog, like, that's another thing. Because people forget, you're only 19 in Fallout 3.
You're literally a kid.
So, I mean, you could play whoever you want, but, like, when you leave, canonically. So I like I have a lot of memory, and I've said this before, of there's a radio station up north, I think it's where the Fuck You door is, of...
I love that Fuck You door.
Yeah. There's raiders, and I remember going into VATS with my Gatling laser, and Fawks had a Gatling laser, and I remember I still had hair at this point in time, because I remember my character having hair. Yeah. My character, like, the camera would zoom out, and it was me and Fawks and Dogmeat just mowing down raiders up there.
What kind of weapon did you always have equipped for Fawks?
He always had a Gatling laser. It just fits so well.
I think I ended up giving him a minigun in mine.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't like giving him the minigun because the minigun was kind of like this rugged, just like, it was of its own time. Like, it was of, like, the super mutants. Like, the super mutants use that, but only the intelligent one gets to use the Gatling laser.
That's kind of cool, yeah.
So that's how I saw it. So I was like, you can have this one because you deserve it. Yeah, but I just have this vivid memory of the camera being panned out, and just, like, from the side you can see me, like, with my Gatling laser, Fawks with his, and Dogmeat jumping at raiders, and it's just like, I had on...
This is the world.
I remember the armor I had on. I had the fucking pit armor.
Cool.
The power armor,
Yeah.
tribal power armor, and the hood from Oasis with the lucky shades on.
Ooh, that's really cool. That's a really cool thing.
That was my go-to for a very long time. Yeah. Fucking love Fallout 3. God damn.
It's a good ass game.
So, you good on Fawks?
I'm good on Fawks.
Okay.
Atomic Radio Hour